Me, 28, 8 years deep with my fiancée Emily. College sweethearts. Suburban apartment with beige walls and a dying ficus. Wedding planned in 8 months. Save the dates already on fridges. Life feels locked in. Come home from work early because boss sent me home for once. Planning to surprise her with takeout from that Thai place she likes. Pull into driveway. Her car already there. Weird she never leaves early. Walk in. Silence. No TV. No music. Hear crying from the bedroom. Full ugly crying. Heart drops into my stomach. Brain goes straight to cancer or car crash. Open door. She's sitting on the bed in her work clothes. Mascara streaks like she lost a fight with gravity. She looks at me like I just died. Says my name like a question. Immediately says, I need to tell you something. Those words. They don't sound real. Sit down slowly. She keeps wiping her face with the sleeves of her blouse. Hands shaking. Says she came home early because she couldn't breathe. Says she fucked up. Long pause. I ask if she cheated. Didn't even plan to say it. It just fell out of my mouth. She nods. Once. Like a guilty child. Room starts buzzing. She says it's a coworker. Name is Jason. I know Jason. Met him at the company picnic. Married. 2 kids. The guy with the grill jokes. She says it started 2 months ago. Mostly talking. Complaining about work. Then memes. Then flirting. Then pictures. My brain fixates on the word pictures. She says yesterday it crossed a line. Won't say what line. Just keeps crying harder. Says she hates herself. Says she never meant to hurt me. Asks me not to hate her. I don't say anything. I stare at the wall behind her head. Notice a tiny crack near the ceiling. Never seen it before. She keeps talking. Says I'm perfect. Says I did nothing wrong. Says she doesn't know why she did it. Says she was stupid. Says she blew up her life. Says she loves me. That word lands wrong now. I ask if she slept with him. She hesitates. That's the real answer. Then says yes. Just once. Yesterday. At work. In his car. My stomach flips. Think I might throw up on the carpet we bought together. Ask how long she planned to hide it. She says she couldn't. Says she felt sick. Says she had to tell me. I stand up. Walk out. Sit on the kitchen floor with my back against the cabinets. Hands on my head. Hear her footsteps behind me. She tries to touch my shoulder. I flinch like she's on fire. She backs away. Says she'll give me space. Space sounds like another planet. I grab my keys. Don't even know where I'm going. End up at my parents' house. Mom opens the door smiling. Sees my face. Smile dies instantly. Ask if I'm okay. Say no. Hug her. Start crying like I'm 8 again. Dad stands there awkwardly. I say Emily cheated. Can't say more. Can't say his name. Can't say the details. They ask if we're breaking up. Say I don't know. Sleep in my childhood bed. Stare at the glow in the dark stars still stuck to the ceiling. Phone keeps buzzing. Texts from Emily. Calls. Voicemails. Don't listen. Next day wake up feeling hollow. Open Reddit. Type words with shaking hands. Feel stupid for existing. Go back to the apartment later to grab clothes. She's there. Eyes swollen. Looks like she hasn't slept. Tries to talk. Says she quit her job. Says HR knows. Says Jason's wife doesn't yet. Asks if she should tell her. I laugh. Comes out ugly. Tell her I don't care. She cries harder. Says she'll do anything. Therapy. Transparency. Cutting contact. Block him. Move jobs. Give me passwords. The word passwords makes my chest hurt. Ask her why now. Why when we were good? Sex had been better than ever. She freezes. Doesn't answer. That silence is louder than the confession. I pack a bag. She asks where I'm going. Say I don't know. She asks if I'm coming back. Say I don't know. She says she loves me again. I leave. Sit in my car. Hands shaking on the steering wheel. Phone lights up. Unknown number. Ignore. Rings again. Answer by accident. It's a woman. She says her name is Rachel. She asks if I know Jason. My heart stops. She says she found messages. Says she's sorry to call. Says she didn't know who else to talk to. Asks if my fiancée is Emily. I say yes. Long pause. She starts crying. Says they've been married 12 years. Says she feels stupid. Says she thought they were happy. I tell her I thought the same. We sit there on the phone listening to each other breathe. She asks what really happened. I tell her everything. She tells me things too. Details I didn't want. Things I can't unhear. She says Jason swore it was meaningless. Says he begged her not to ruin his life. I laugh again. She asks what I'm going to do. I tell her I don't know. We hang up. Drive aimlessly. End up at a gym parking lot. Sit there watching people go in and out. Everyone looks normal. Like their worlds aren't on fire. Emily texts me. Says Rachel called her. Says everything is blowing up. Says she's scared. Says please come home. I don't reply. Dad calls. Asks if I'm eating. Say no, he sighs. Tells me whatever I decide they'll support me. That makes it worse. Night falls. I finally text Emily back. Say we need to talk tomorrow. She replies instantly. Says okay. Thank you. Heart emoji. I stare at the emoji. Feel nothing. Go back to my parents' house. Lie in bed again. Phone buzzes. Notification from a group chat. Wedding party chat. Someone asking about tux fittings. I drop the phone on the floor. Cover my face. Realize tomorrow I have to decide something. And I have no idea how to live with either option. Morning comes too fast. Sunlight through the old blinds like it's mocking me. Mom already awake. Smell of coffee. Normal life smells offensive. Phone says 8:12. Emily texted at 6:03. I'm awake whenever you're ready. Of course she is. Drive back to the apartment. Hands numb the whole way. Radio off. Can't handle voices. Pull into the lot. Her car still there. Of course it is. Walk in. She's sitting at the table. Papers spread out. Wedding binder. Guest list. Venue contract. She looks up like a kicked dog. Says my name quietly. I don't answer. Sit across from her. Notice she's not wearing her ring. That stings more than I expect. She starts talking immediately. Says she told Rachel everything. Says Jason moved out last night. Says HR wants a statement. Says she quit before they could fire her. Keeps talking like speed will fix it. I raise my hand. She stops. Ask her why him. Of all people. A married guy with kids. She stares at the table. Says he listened. Says he made her feel wanted. That word. Wanted. I ask if I didn't want her. She shakes her head hard. Says no. Says I was always there. Says she got bored. Bored. I laugh. Can't help it. 8 years and bored is the answer. Ask if she loves him. She says no immediately. Too immediately. Ask if she loved him yesterday. She doesn't answer. There it is again. Silence doing the damage. Tell her Rachel called me. Her face goes pale. Ask if she knew. She says she suspected. Ask how she'd feel if I'd done this. She starts crying again. Says she'd be destroyed. Great. I ask what she wants. She says me. Says us. Says she'll wait forever. That word feels fake now too. Tell her I don't trust her. She nods. Says she understands. Says trust can be rebuilt. I think about passwords. Locations. Checking phones. Living like a parole officer. Tell her that sounds like hell. She whispers she deserves hell. That doesn't make me feel better. My phone buzzes. Text from my best friend Mike. Dude, what's going on with the wedding? Of course it's spreading. Tell Emily I need air. Walk out again. Sit on the curb. Head in hands. Emily follows but stays inside. At least she learned one thing. Mike calls. I answer. He already knows. Someone told someone. Asks if it's true. I say yes. He swears loudly. Says he always hated that Jason guy. Asks what I'm going to do. Tell him I don't know. He says I can crash at his place. Thank him. Hang up. Phone buzzes again. Text from Rachel. Are you okay? Don't know how to answer that. Type no. She replies instantly. Says same. Says she's taking the kids to her sister's. Says Jason keeps texting apologies. Asks if Emily reached out. Tell her yes. She says she doesn't envy my position. Neither do I. Go back inside. Emily standing by the door like she's waiting for a verdict. Tell her I'm staying with Mike for a bit. She nods. Asks if that means we're done. I say I don't know. Again. She asks if she should cancel the venue. That hits hard. Pictures flash in my head. Her walking down the aisle. My dad crying. My mom smiling. All poison now. Tell her to hold off. She looks relieved and guilty at the same time. Pack more clothes. She watches silently. I can feel her eyes burning holes in my back. She says she's sorry again. I snap. Tell her sorry doesn't unfuck a coworker. She flinches like I slapped her. Immediately regret it. But not enough to take it back. Leave. Drive to Mike's. Crash on his couch. He orders pizza. I don't eat. He turns on a game. I stare at the wall. Night comes. Phone buzzing non-stop. Emily. Family. Friends. Wedding people. Mute everything. Except one number. Rachel calls. I answer. She sounds exhausted. Says Jason is blaming stress. Says he says it was a mistake. She laughs bitterly. Asks if Emily said the same. Say yes. We share a quiet moment. Two strangers bonded by the same bullshit. She asks if I think people can come back from this. I say I don't know. She says she doesn't either. We hang up. Lie awake staring at Mike's ceiling fan. Count rotations. Think about Emily sleeping alone in our bed. Feel anger. Then miss her. Hate myself for missing her. Next day Emily shows up unannounced. Mike answers the door. Looks at me like your call. I sigh and let her in. She looks worse. Like she's shrinking. Sits on the edge of the couch. Says she started therapy. Hands me a card like it's proof of effort. Asks if I've thought about reconciliation. Tell her I think about everything all the time. Ask if she's still talking to him. She swears no. Says she blocked him everywhere. Ask to see her phone. She hands it over instantly. Too instantly. Scroll. Nothing there. That somehow makes it worse. Because now I know she knows how to hide things. Give it back. Tell her I need time. She says she understands. Stands up. Hesitates. Leans in like she wants to hug me. I step back. Her face crumples. She leaves quietly. Mike lets out a low whistle. Says man that's rough. Thanks Captain Obvious. Phone buzzes. Email from the venue. Final payment due soon. Close laptop. Feel pressure building behind my eyes. Later that night I open Instagram. See Emily's sister posted a throwback of us. Happy. Smiling. Comments full of hearts. I throw my phone across the room. It hits the wall and cracks. Feel stupid for caring. Feel stupid for not knowing what I want. Days blur. Emily texts updates. Therapy sessions. Job applications. How she's working on herself. I reply with single words. Yes. No. Okay. Rachel texts too. She says she filed for separation. Says it felt final. Says she cried in the courthouse bathroom. I picture it. Cold tile. Fluorescent lights. That's a future preview. Emily asks if we can get coffee. Neutral ground. I agree. We meet at a place we've never been. She orders my drink out of habit. Stops herself halfway. Awkward laugh. We sit. She says she misses me. Says the apartment feels empty. Asks if I miss her. I do. Say nothing. She takes that as an answer anyway. Says she'll wait. I stare at the foam on my coffee. Think about 8 years. Think about 2 months. Think about a car in a parking lot. I tell her I don't know who she is anymore. She starts crying in public. People stare. I feel like the bad guy. Again. We leave separately. That night she sends one long text. Apologizing. Explaining. Begging. I read it 3 times. Type a response. Delete it. Type another. Delete again. Phone buzzes. Unknown number. Answer without thinking. It's Jason. He says my name. Like we're friends. I see red. He says he's sorry. Says he never meant for this to happen. Says he loves his wife. Says it was a mistake. I tell him to never contact me again. He says he just wanted to apologize, man. I hang up, hands shaking. Emily texts immediately, asks if Jason called. So she knows. I don't reply, lie back on the couch. Ceiling fan spinning. Everything spinning. Realize no matter what I choose, something I loved is already dead. That thought sticks. Won't let go. Next morning wake up angry instead of sad. Almost prefer it. Anger feels like fuel. Phone shows missed calls from Emily. Ignore. Go for a run. Haven't run in months. Lungs burn. Knees ache. Feel alive in a dumb caveman way. Back at Mike's place. Sweaty. Tired. Clear for about 5 minutes. Then phone buzzes again. Mom this time. Asks if I'm coming over for dinner. Say maybe. She pauses. Says Emily's mom called her. There it is. Asks what she should say. Tell her to say nothing. She says okay. But I hear the disappointment. Like I'm failing a test I didn't study for. Emily sends another text. Shorter this time. Please don't disappear on me. I don't respond. Head to work. Everyone knows. Or feels like they do. Coworkers avoiding eye contact. One guy pats my shoulder and says, hang in there. Want to punch him. Boss calls me into his office. Asks if I need time off. I say no. Don't trust myself alone with my thoughts. Work feels pointless. Emails about nothing. Deadlines that don't matter. I keep thinking about Jason's stupid grill jokes. How normal he looked. How I shook his hand. How my fiancée smiled next to him. Leave early anyway. End up driving past the apartment. Don't plan to stop. Stop anyway. Her car's there. Of course it is. Sit in my car for 10 minutes. Arguing with myself. Finally go up. Unlock the door with my key. Still works. She's in the living room. Startled when she sees me. Then relieved. Asks if I'm okay. Laugh at that. She says she didn't expect me. Tell her neither did I. Awkward silence. I notice she rearranged things. Like she's trying to make it a different place. Ask why Jason called me. She winces. Says he wanted closure. I say fuck his closure. She nods. Doesn't argue. Asks if I want to talk. Say no. Say yes. Sit down. She starts crying again. I feel nothing this time. Tell her I talked to Rachel again. Her eyes widen. Ask why she never mentioned his wife. She says she compartmentalized. That word again. Sounds rehearsed. Ask if she would have stopped if she hadn't gotten caught. She says yes. Too fast. Ask her to swear. She hesitates. There it is. I stand up. Tell her I can't do this. She asks what this means. I say I don't know. She says she feels like she's in limbo. I tell her welcome to the club. That one hurts her. I can see it. She says she's scared I'll leave forever. I say I'm scared I'll stay and hate her. That lands. She goes quiet. I grab my jacket. She asks if I'm coming back tonight. I say no. She asks if I ever will. I don't answer. Leave. Drive with no destination again. End up at a bar. Middle of the afternoon. Order whiskey. Then another. Bartender doesn't ask questions. Phone buzzes. Rachel again. She asks how I'm holding up. Tell her I'm at a bar. She says she's proud of me for not pretending I'm fine. That makes my chest tight. She says Jason is begging to come home. Says he's blaming Emily now. Calling her manipulative. I snort. Tell her Emily says the same about him. We sit in shared disbelief. She asks if I ever think about forgiving Emily. I say sometimes. She asks what stops me. I say the pictures. The lies. The silence before answers. She says yeah. That pause ruins everything. We hang up. I finish my drink. Feel heavy. Drive back to Mike's. He's not home. Good. Sit alone. Scroll through old photos. Trips. Holidays. Engagement day. Her smile looks different now. Like I missed something obvious. Feel stupid. Delete the album. Then restore it. Can't commit to anything. Emily texts. I'm scared you're slipping away. Type back. I already did. Immediately regret it. She replies instantly. Please don't say that. I don't answer. Next day she shows up at Mike's again. Unannounced again. Mike looks annoyed this time. Lets her in anyway. She looks calmer. Too calm. Says she's been thinking. Says she understands if I leave. Says she just wants honesty. Asks if there's someone else. That question pisses me off. Tell her no. Tell her I'm not wired like that. She nods. Tears welling up. Says she deserves that dig. She asks if we can try a trial separation. Define try. She says no pressure. Date again. Slow. I imagine holding her hand. Then imagine checking her phone. That kills it. Tell her I can't promise anything. She says she'll take nothing over goodbye. That sounds manipulative. Maybe it's just desperate. She leaves. Again. Days keep passing. Wedding date getting closer. Vendors emailing. Family asking. I start lying. Saying things are complicated. That's easier than truth. Rachel texts one night. Says Jason moved back in. Says it feels wrong. Says she feels weak. I tell her she's human. She asks if I think people can love someone and still destroy them. I say yeah. She says that scares her. Me too. Emily sends a picture. Us from college. Younger. Dumber. Caption says, "We were so happy." I stare at it. She wasn't lying. We were. That almost makes it worse. I don't reply. Turn my phone face down. Lie on the couch. Ceiling fan still spinning. Realize the apartment lease ends soon. Wedding deposits non-refundable. Life decisions stacking up. And I still can't decide. Phone buzzes again. This time it's my dad. Asks if I've made up my mind. I say no. He says sometimes not choosing is a choice. Thanks, Dad. Hang up. Stare at the wall. Hear Mike come home. He asks if I'm okay. I say no. He nods. Sits next to me. Hands me a beer. We sit in silence. Later that night Emily calls. I let it ring. Then answer. She's crying. Says she can't sleep. Says she keeps replaying everything. Says she misses me. Says she hates herself. Asks if I hate her. Long pause. I say I don't know. She sobs. Says she deserves that. Says she just wants to hear my voice. I close my eyes. Say goodnight. Hang up. Lie there. Heart racing. Tomorrow the venue needs an answer. The kind of answer that changes everything. And I still don't know which loss I can survive. Morning hits like a bill collector. Venue email flagged red. Final confirmation required today. Coffee tastes like nothing. Mom texts. Thinking of you. Dad doesn't text. That's worse. Emily sends nothing. Radio silence feels intentional. Like she's finally learning. Or giving up. I drive to work. Turn around halfway. Can't sit at a desk pretending this isn't my whole life. End up outside the courthouse. Don't know why. Just parked there. Watch people walk in and out. Some crying. Some laughing. Life keeps happening. Phone buzzes. Rachel. She says she moved back out. Says Jason yelled. Says he called her dramatic. Says she's done. I tell her I'm proud of her. She asks what I'm doing today. Tell her I don't know. She says she's going to a lawyer. Asks if I want to grab coffee after. Neutral. Not loaded. I hesitate. Say maybe. Hang up. Drive to the apartment. Haven't been in days. He still fits. Everything smells like her shampoo. That hits harder than expected. She's not there. Bed made. Too neat. Like a hotel. Her ring sitting on the dresser. Not hidden. Displayed. Like an offering. Pick it up. It's heavier than I remember. Flash of memory. Kneeling. Her crying. People clapping. Put it back down. Phone buzzes. Emily this time. I'm at my sister's. I didn't want to crowd you today. That word. Crowd. She asks if we can talk tonight. I don't reply. Sit on the couch. Open wedding binder. Flip through pages. Venues. Menus. Songs. Our songs circled in pen. Close it. Open laptop. Open venue email. Cursor blinking. 2 buttons. Confirm. Cancel. Feel sick. Call Mike. He answers immediately. I tell him I'm at the apartment. He says, do you want company? I say no. Then yes. He says be there in 10. Sit on the floor waiting. Like a kid, Mike shows up with fast food. We eat in silence. I tell him about the buttons. He says no one gets married on momentum alone. I say we already did everything else on momentum. He nods. Says that might be the problem. Emily texts again. I know I don't deserve an answer, but today is killing me. Mike looks at me. Doesn't say anything. I open the venue email again. Hand shaking. Hover over confirm. Then cancel. Think about waking up next to her at 60. Then think about checking her phone at 30. Think about forgiving. Think about forgetting. Think about neither being real. Phone rings. Unknown number. Ignore. Rings again. I answer. It's Emily's sister. She asks if I'm okay. Says Emily hasn't eaten. Says she's blaming herself. Says she's scared. I say me too. She asks if I love Emily. I say yes. That comes out easy. She asks if that's enough. I don't answer. Hang up. Mike says you don't owe anyone a perfect decision. I say I owe myself one. He nods. Stands up. Says he'll give me privacy. Leaves. Apartment feels too quiet. I hear the fridge hum. The clock tick. Open my phone. Emily calling. I answer. She sounds small. Says she's sorry. Again. Says she understands if I cancel. Says she'll understand if I don't. Says she just wants to know. I close my eyes. Say I can't talk right now. She says okay. That's it. No begging. That scares me. Open laptop again. Cursor still blinking. My name at the top of the email. Future attached to a click. Phone buzzes. Rachel. Coffee's on me if you need a distraction. I look at the ring on the dresser. Then at the laptop. Then at my phone. Email countdown timer hits 0. Notification pops. Please respond to avoid automatic cancellation. Heart pounding. Finger hovering. Click. Screen refreshes. Confirmation message loads. I don't read it. Slam the laptop shut. Sit there breathing hard. Phone buzzing nonstop now. Emily. Family. Vendors. I don't answer any of it. Grab my jacket. Leave the apartment. Don't lock the door. Get in the car. Drive. No destination. Sun starting to set. Orange light everywhere. Feel empty. Feel relieved. Feel sick. Don't know which one wins. Phone buzzes one last time. Text from Emily. Did you decide? I stare at it. Type. Delete. Type again. I don't know how to be the man you need anymore. Hit send. Immediately want to take it back. Red light. Car idling. Hands shaking. Phone buzzes. 3 dots. Then nothing. Light turns green. I drive. Don't look back. Don't know if that's strength or cowardice. Only know that everything I thought was solid is gone. And tomorrow is coming anyway.